Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, if you're wondering why I still look like I'm an extra in a Taken movie, it's because, yes, I'm still back and forth between moving in and it's pretty late at night and I had to find a quiet place and I didn't want to wake anyone up. So y'all know the drill. Say hi to the thermostat. This is a late night decky space. It is a toasty 78 degrees in my house, and let's get to the mess by what you came here for. Okay, you guys. First of all, Simon, yes, we're talking about Porsha and Simon, but I got other stuff to talk about too, right? Actually, let's start off with Kandi. Bravo just announced their slate of new shows, right? And remember how everybody was saying that like Porsha's getting a spinoff, and by everybody, I mean, I think Porsha was just saying it because Bravo did not announce Porsha at all in any of their new lineup. But you know who was there? Kandi. Old lady gang. You know what she's going to do? So do y'all watch the show Vanderpump Rules? I do. I used to, when I was an undergrad, I waited tables and I bartended too. And should I be telling y'all that? Anyway, Vanderpump Rules literally was like what it was like inside. You're dealing with like a bunch of good looking, very dysfunctional people. You're dealing with a bunch of good-looking, very dysfunctional people, and there's always drama when you work in the industry. That's what we called it when you worked in the industry, right? Kandi is doing an old lady gang, but she's doing it in Atlanta. So you know it's going to be drama, but the type of drama that's different from like the LA, West Hollywood drama, which I think actually will be pretty good, no lie. Because at first I thought when I heard the idea, I was like, who wants to see the old lady gang and Kandi? Because I find all their spinoffs like, whatever, right? But it's not going to be them. They're going to be kind of like the Lisa Vanderpump in there. And then they're going to have like all these really colorful characters. This is going to be awesome. But why is this Kandi's Revenge? Because Nene was the one that wanted the idea with the Lenithia Lounge. That was the whole point of her getting the Lenithia Lounge. Besides having an extra stream of income, it was literally, I like the way that sounds. It was literally the whole reason she got the Lenithia now. She thought she was going to get a spinoff. I don't know why Bravo always did Nene so dirty. Was she really that difficult? Or was it like a little, I don't know. I'm starting to see issues with that network that maybe before 2020 I did see, but I swept under the rug. Anyway, let's move on. So Kandi is getting Nene's show that she wanted, and I guess she's also getting, so it's going to be 3 episodes, but you know how it is with all things, right? Tardy for the Party started off with like I think a 2 or 3 episode special. They do 3 episodes, and if it does great with ratings, then it gets a regular season. I don't see why it's not going to do great. I had a few things, right? But I do think this is the beginning of the phase out for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The same production company that does the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I believe does the Real Housewives of Potomac. The way they're letting that franchise die, right? And this would explain why Kandi got less than Kenya, because Kandi has these other side deals. Anyway, I do see now that if this is successful, it'll phase out Real Housewives of Atlanta, because like a lot of people have been saying, Bravo does want a younger audience. They want a younger demographic. That's why they bought LaToya. That's why they bought Drew. In their minds, they're like, oh, we don't care if they're wealthy. We just need them to have clout. You know, they're trying to like get all the Instagram girls. Like basically they're trying to go like by what VH1's doing with Mona Scott Young. I'm not saying they want the fights, but they want the drama. They want that young demographic, right? Bravo's demographic is too much. I saw that by my Real Housewives of New York premiere. None of y'all watched that. If you do like the Real Housewives of New York, I reviewed it. Go check the review out. But like, nobody's watching it. Nobody's watching it. That review was just sitting there like dead, DOA on arrival. But anyway, yeah, listen. If this isn't a Taurus's revenge, I don't know what is. Taurus, like all earth signs, slow and steady wins the race, right? People thought they were clowning Kandi. Porsha thought she hopped and jumped over her. Everybody like counted like, oh, all these blessings are coming. But in the end, who actually got the real tangible blessings? Now, I'm not saying that Porsha's not going to get her show. We'll talk about that in a second. But we see what happened when who got the real tangible blessings. That was a Taurus. That is Kandi. And I think this is going to be really, really well thought out, because I think I was listening to Kempire, I think it is. And somebody in the comments made a thing that they've been planning this since 2019. I actually went back and actually Googled a little bit. It has been in the works for a while, so this isn't something that's just been slapped together. Kandi's put a lot of thought on it, and I will say that everything Kandi touches does turn to gold, but I think that's because she has the Steve Jobs effect, and she doesn't just push bullshit out there, right? But mark my word, I think this is going to be the Real Housewives of Atlanta replacement. Also, did y'all know that Teresa Giudice and Kenya Moore are best friends, basically? Apparently on that girls trip, they bonded. If you ever lived in the Northeast, specifically Philadelphia, you will know that there's an affinity between Black people and Italians. Black people from Philly or the Northeast and Italians really get along. It's shared culture, it's shared humor. When I say shared culture, no, the cultures aren't really similar, but there's something about Italian Americans and Northeast Black people. They get along. Kenya's from Detroit, but whatever. They bonded. They had those words, which goes into, remember I said everybody plays archetypes, right? If Kenya was as nasty and as evil as people say, then how does she get into Teresa's heart? Because I'll say one thing about Teresa. Teresa, especially after what she's been through, she doesn't let people get close to her. She literally sent Brooklyn a little Givenchy swimsuit. It was red. It was cool. Kenya posted on the Instagram. Brooklyn's cute self was like, thank you, Miss Teresa. Yo, and Teresa posted something. Let me see if I screenshotted it. Hold on. Teresa posted something and was like, yo, she's always going to be my girl, my boon coon buddy, you know. Where is it? Teresa Giudice, or Giudice. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Know that I have dyslexia, so you're gonna have to give me a pass before you drag me. Let me hit my Drew excuse, right? Excuse me, these are fibers. Excuse me, my mispronunciation is dyslexia, so please respect it, right? Teresa Giudice noted that she considers Kenya Moore a friend for a lifetime, adding that she'll always have her back for life, forever and ever and ever. Yo, somebody must have tried to go, because this is, to my knowledge, Italian American culture. Somebody must have tried to have a go at Teresa, and Kenya must have had her back. And that's the thing with Teresa. Teresa's very, very smart, but you can tell she's bilingual and it takes a minute. I know she's been in America forever, so what? I just moved and I can't even speak the language, so I give it to her. She is bilingual, right? And as much as people like to tease her, it takes a minute for like the translation. She'll think something in Italian and then you can see her flip the words over in English. But so she's not that quick with the comebacks. You know what I'm saying? And they loved it. And people used to run laps around her. However, Kenya is quick with the comeback. So and I'll say one thing, Kenya is fierce and Kenya is loyal. So I can see somebody coming for Teresa or trying to, and Teresa not having the words and Kenya jumping in until Teresa can get her shit together. So I'm actually really interested to see what happened with the Bravo All-Stars. I'm interested to see who they got with, and I'm interested to see how this friendship, what forged this friendship. Because if I know anything about Italian Americans, it was some bullshit that fused the friendship. All right, let's move on. All right, now, you know I had to do it because that's all we talk about. Let's move on to Falynn and Simon and Porsha. Okay, so Simon posted this bullshit on his Instagram, right? He posted this bullshit on his Instagram, right, with a picture of the girl, because you know she's going on Tasha K tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll do a review just in case you guys can't listen. And if you guys do watch the Tasha K, we're still going to kiki. So stop back over here when you're done watching and we'll trade notes on the bullshit, right? Maybe we'll even do a live about it. I don't know. Do you think we should do a live? Maybe we should do it live. Okay, but this is the picture with the girl, right? And he said, let's have some fun. He swears he's in a movie. Like, ugh. If anyone can show credible receipts that I cheated on my ex-wife between 6/14, date of marriage, at 6/14/2019, date of marriage, and 1/15/2001, date of initial divorce filing, I have $50,000 waiting for you. Why are you talking about the date of the initial divorce filing? You took the divorce filing back. And then on, January 22nd, posted a love note for her on Instagram. So Simon, who are you playing with? And that's one thing. Anytime you're dating someone, man or woman, and they start getting too specific, you know it's bullshit. If anybody can show any proof that on 11:59 a.m. 2006 to 11:56, you know for a fact I want to see receipts. Simon, shut up. You already lying. You're already lying. You're already confiscated. They must be really, really worried about what this girl's going to say, or at least Simon's worried. Porsha's probably like, no, I don't believe it. Why would he ever? Because let me tell you something. Porsha always talks about, and this goes into why she felt like she could take Falynn's man, which I think is going to blow up on her. I did an intuitive tarot reading. Go ahead and check it out. But even then, I think it's going to go blow up on her for one simple fact. Porsha thinks she's a couple levels above Falynn because Falynn is skinny. She's like skinny curvy, right? She's actually skinny, but she has like a model's built, like a Victoria's Secret, right? There's enough curve, or at least the bone curves in if you want to believe it, right? Porsha grew up feeling stigmatized for being skinny. So she couldn't wait until she got a body, yada, yada, right? Even the way she said, oh, my fupa makes me look sexy and blah, 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 right? And Porsha has a beautiful body. But she looks at skinniness as disgustingness. And so when she sees Falynn, she's like, don't nobody want a bone but a dog. So she thinks that she has more sex appeal than Falynn, which arguably beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But Simon married her, and Simon hangs around in super, super uber wealthy circles. And one thing I know about uber wealthy circles, they tend to like thinner women. The ideal body type is Falynn's body type. Falynn's the trophy, not so much Porsha. Again, that is changing, of course, but what I'm saying is the things that Porsha thinks she has over Falynn, she really doesn't. I actually wouldn't be surprised because Simon seems to be punishing Falynn. He seems to be very, very angry with Falynn. Falynn hasn't said anything, but apparently there's a gag order out, so she can't speak about the marriage. This probably explains why she wasn't on the reunion. And if this gag order does exist, that might mean that she's not allowed to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or if she is on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's not gonna be able to talk about the marriage. So if that's the case, what's the point of bringing her on? Porsha, y'all say that Porsha's dumb, but she's not stupid. Or actually, let me roll that back. Simon at Crafty Gemini is not stupid. He has, because I was like, why hasn't Falynn said anything? He has a gag order from hell. But that said, it seems like Falynn and Simon go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if Simon had an outside baby and then tried to skip himself back to Falynn. Will she take him? I don't know, but I don't know about this. Anyway, so Simon said, in the meantime, let me read it over again because y'all probably forgot what I said. Let's have some fun. If anyone can show me credible receipts that I cheated on my ex-wife between 6/14/2019, the date of marriage, and 1/15/2021, the date of initial divorce filing, I have $50,000 waiting for you. In the meantime, we have timeline issues with someone's claiming to have dated me at the same time as my fiance, Porsha. I have an extra $25,000 for any receipt showing this actually happened. Let's get to some facts. Simon just offered $75,000. That's why I was late putting this up, because I'm about to make $75,000. Simon, you're still married. You're still married. The fact that he's moving the goal, this is a Gemini trick. The fact that you're moving the goalpost and everybody's like, oh, look for receipts. No, you said that you cheated on your ex-wife. Why do you keep calling her your ex-wife? Even though people are saying that the prenup is ironclad, it doesn't matter. You're still legally married. The prenup is just splitting of assets. It's not the dissolution of the marriage. Do you see what I'm saying? So the fact that he's playing with these wordings, like words don't have meanings, like legal processes. She is your ex-wife. Who? God's eyes? Your eyes? Are you God, Simon? It just boggles my mind that everybody keeps letting this narrative go. And also that whack-ass shit that Simon did. You can't tell me it wasn't Simon. Or somebody posted that video of Falynn proposing for a dude, trying to make it seem like Falynn moved on. Falynn has a gag order, but Simon tweeted. So somebody posted a video of Falynn proposing to a guy, and then Simon reposted it, right? So technically he wasn't in violation of his gag order, because I think they both have gag orders. Technically he wasn't in violation of his gag order because he didn't actually say it. But come to find out, of course, you can't tell me that one of Simon's flunkies didn't post it. And on top of that, that video was from like 6-7 years ago, before she even was married to Simon. I think before she even met Simon, or at least they got in a relationship. But y'all, there is one thing I want to talk about that video. In that video, we see Falynn get on her knees and propose to a man. Now, I'm not going to drag her because, well, she's had enough happen to her. But Falynn, you proposed to a man in a bowling alley on your knees. I mean, whatever. I guess she knows what she's doing because she was at one time married to a wealthy Nigerian oil man. And I am in the trap house making YouTube videos for you. So I don't know. Maybe getting on your knee works, right? Maybe getting on your knee works. But anyway, this whole thing. In the meantime, we have timeline issues with someone claiming to have dated me at the same time as my fiance, Porsha. I have an extra $25,000 for any seat. Simon, shut up. Shut up. Anyway, I'm going to go. I claim my $75,000. I don't know if they're going to pay because, you know, it's not the ex-wife. The initial divorce filing means nothing because you actually rescinded the divorce filing. So, and then you had to resubmit it to the court. So, you know, it's like me making legally, it's like me making a contract with you and saying, hey, can I buy your hat for $10? And then you say no, but you can buy it for $20, right? And then I say no, right? And you're like, no, but you told me. No. I offered you $10. You said you refused that offer, and then you made a new offer, and now oh wait, so then you come back and you're like, hey, you know what? Never mind. I'll take the $10. And I'm like, no. And you're like, no, but you said you give 10. No, I did. But then you made an offer. You rescinded. You made a new offer. I denied that. There's no more offers on the table. Simon, stop acting like you don't know what happens in the court of law. He's playing this out in the court of public opinion. And I'm about to tell you why because, hold on guys. I'm about to tell you why because, yeah, first of all, everybody keeps talking about Simon has an ironclad prenup on Falynn, which I'll tell you the truth doesn't bode well for Porsha because if he has an ironclad prenup, what does that mean for you? Because you wouldn't get married to Dennis because it was an ironclad prenup. So what does that mean to you unless you just want a rich baby's father? I'm not judging. Maybe that is your goal. But you said there's an ironclad prenup or Falynn only gets like $150,000 or $153,000. She gets 2 foreign cars and then she gets $100,000 and two $50,000 payments. So I think at the end of it, she'll get $250,000 and 2 cars. I don't remember where I read it because I haven't seen their prenup in the court document. So I don't know what they're talking about, right? But let's just assume this is true. Nobody actually knows the conditions of... No, sorry. I thought I heard somebody knocking on the door. It scared me. Spooky, like a ghost story, right? Anyway, nobody actually knows the conditions of the prenup, right? We have to admit that. So that's fine, but since nobody knows the conditions of prenup, we don't know if any type of infidelity or extramarital affairs were actually written into the prenup. More importantly, if any type of infidelity or extramarital affairs will skew the prenup more to Falynn's favor, or if it'll completely void the prenup. We actually don't know that. Why is this important? Because I was on adultery in Georgia, right? And it said that adultery can actually affect when there is alimony or depending on the conditions on the prenup, right? But they did say proving adultery in court can be rather complex because you'll need to know the legal rules of evidence and trial and procedure, where is it at? Oh, to prove adultery, you need more than just one spouse's testimony. Evidence such as photos, recordings, phone records, bank and credit card statements, witnesses, including private investigators, often prove adultery. Let me tell you something. I don't think, Simon literally, yes, this is like, he's covering his bases, but it's actually pretty smart. For $75,000, he's put a call out there to see if anybody can actually provide evidence that he cheated on his wife. And I'm willing to bet if somebody approaches him with evidence, I'm willing to bet that he's going to pay them off. He literally put it out. For whatever reason, this is just me, this is just my legal antenna going. I think there's something in that prenup. I think Simon is worried about actually somebody being able to prove that. And here's the thing, somebody being able to prove that maybe he is in violation of that prenup, pure speculation, pure gossip, pure innuendo. But I think that's what it is. He's putting a call out to see if anybody has evidence. but so that he can tie that evidence up and it can never make it to the light of day in court. Because think about it, even if I had evidence, if you get to me first and we sign an agreement, whether it's for $1 or $50,000 or $100,000, that he now has ownership, you can never present that in court. You see what I'm saying? The only time those NDAs are not active is if it is involved in any type of committing on the crime. You cannot sign away covering up a crime. But if it's not a criminal matter, right? If it's not a criminal matter, yeah, of course you can pay to like grab information and make it your own. There's also a second thing, right? And this goes into Kandi's revenge. Kandi's show got green lighted, right? However, Porsha and Simon's show was not on that list. I don't think that they expected the backlash that they got. Porsha's so used to being the darling. She's so used to doing whatever she wanted. Maybe she was in a love bubble and Simon's hubris, but in what culture, in what world, in what life is coming into somebody's house, befriending them? We can argue whether it was, we can argue on whether it was casual, whether it was a deep friendship, whether it was just people passing. It doesn't matter. The point is, you were in somebody's house, you broke bread, you laughed, you joked around, you smiled in their faces, and now they're not even divorced, right? Because the court date isn't until, I think, the last court date isn't until November 6th, right? I know I was on Campfire. I heard everybody complaining it was on teleconference, but it's Corona. All courts are on like Zoom. Nobody's in the courtroom in front of the judge unless it's an urgent, pressing criminal matter. And even then, those are happening from the county jail on Zoom or the federal jail on Zoom. So this is just the way the court system is. The fact that you guys don't know that, great. It means that you guys are not involved in the court system on either side. So good for you. But I think that for whatever reason, they were not prepared for the backlash. It's not acceptable in anyone's culture to do what Porsha and Simon did. Now, I did a video on Simon. You guys dragged me saying, yeah, but it's Porsha too. We're going to drag Porsha up and down. But the real trash, in my mind, this is going to be his fourth marriage. He could have waited with Falynn. The fact that and now I'm sitting there thinking, when he was on the pool and he was watching them smoke, he was smoking a cigar, watching them play in the pool. I think that him and Porsha were messing around, because even the way Porsha came in there like, hi, I'm Porsha. I don't know why. Now that looking back, maybe I'm just like doing hindsight 2020. But I really think they might have been messing around for longer than what they said. And I think that's why Simon was sitting there watching Porsha. And maybe that's why he even came along on that bachelor's trip, because, ooh, what did I just do? Maybe that's why he even came along on that bachelor's trip, because I don't know. Simon's an interesting one to me. I really don't know what to think of that. I don't know what to think of him. But I'll just say that, like, yeah, it's interesting, right? But moving on. Anyway, why I think this is also damage control. Sorry, I got something in my eye. It is really bothering me. Why I think this is damage control is because since Porsha's show did not get picked up, and Simon is desperate to be famous, right? Now, whoever this girl is, I think her name's Elizabeth something. I'll learn it tomorrow. But it's messing with Simon's bag. And Simon's bag is to get into fame. And the thing is, if I was Porsha, I'd be worried, because Porsha, your value is your beauty, your booty, all that stuff. Yeah, right. But it's also the fact that you are bringing him a world of access that he couldn't get with Falynn, and he couldn't get with any of his friends or any of his. So I know he just had dinner with the president-elect of, I think, Uganda or Rwanda, right? However, you want to be a household name in America. Whatever it is, your connections have not gotten you the level of notoriety and fame that you want. And that's what Porsha brings to the table, right? That's what Porsha brings to the table. But Porsha, girl, if you're not bringing that to the table, I don't know what to say. Again, Let's see. Oh, Jessica Harris. That's her name. Jessica Harris is the Charlie Baltimore lookalike, which was the girl in the Ferrari with Simon, who's going to be on Tasha K tomorrow. And we are going to do that, right? Now. Let's move on. Okay. We are done dragging Simon's ass. Simon wanted to be famous, so congratulations. You got your own feature in my trending topics, right? Let's talk about the two dummies in charge. Listen, Porsha always strikes me as dumb when she's in love. I'll just say it, right? She just is, right? And that's not to drag her because we've all been there. If you haven't, good for you. Kenya's there right now. And as much as I love her, she is there. But why did the two dummies unite? Porsha reposted on her Instagram something from Khloe Kardashian. Yes. Already she needs her butt kicked. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Simon posted that little thing about he wants proof that he cheated on his wife on Falynn's birthday. Y'all, I am telling you, if I was Porsha, I would be really, really, really worried. Anybody might look and be like, girl, why would he go and this and get someone pregnant? Allegedly, I know I saw Porsha's Instagram where she was walking around in that red thing. Maybe, but I saw you at the reunion. And if you're saying that you've gained more weight, I saw you at the reunion when you turned sideways. There was definitely a stomach there. So unless you lost weight, which doesn't look like you did, I don't know what to say. I think those are old pictures that she uploaded. I really, really do. But again, I keep trying to get comfortable. I have been wrong. But he posted that thing with the girl saying, I want proof on Falynn's birthday. How do I know? Because I went to Falynn's Instagram to get a cute little post. Now, here is the thing with that. Y'all, Simon is behaving like a man that is mad. He's still in love, but he is mad that he can't control Falynn. He is mad he's not getting his way. He's mad that maybe she's not paying him any more mind. And now he wants to hurt her. Now, you might be saying, seems a bit elaborate, dating your coworker, putting a ring on your finger and putting a ring on her finger and going on this whole media blitz. But y'all have never met a Gemini man, an unevolved Gemini man that is trying to make you pay. They literally go through hell and high water. It is not out of the realm of possibility. As a matter of fact, if you know Gemini men, this is the realm of possibility. This is what we are playing in. This is the world that we are at. Yo, I would be really worried if I was Porsha that Simon's not doing this weird game, mind game, trying to best Falynn. At the end of it, he's going to go and crawl back and try to ask for forgiveness. I'm not, if anybody's ever dated a Gemini man or seen a Gemini man in action, you know what I am talking about. I would be worried if I was Falynn. Now, right? Let's see. Ooh, sorry. Well, it's still, now it's 77. It's getting cooler. I moved my, light in my trap house. Waiting for somebody to come out and tell me to shut up. Okay, so anyway, Porsha posted a post. Let me get it on Instagram from Khloe Kardashian. Let me tell you something. Anytime you need to post something from Khloe Kardashian for inspiration, and that's your guiding light, you've already lost the world. You might as well put on your red nose, your wig, and call it a day. You have lost. Porsha posted this mess on her Instagram. She's lost. Like literally. And also it made me think, like, what is she going through that's like inspirational to her? What is she going through? She took it down, but it was some bullshit where she was like, if you ever, like, you know, in the darkest light, move toward the light, smile instead of crying. It literally was a poem to me that a broken woman reads. And not even that, Tristan always has you looking like Bobo the Fool, Khloe. So why the hell would I be taking any advice from you? And why would I even identify with that poem of yearning and angst? It was just really, really not odd, but it's like, I don't know, it's like I'm saying, oh my God, I'm so happy in my relationship. And then I start posting Nietzsche and like, God is dead and there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, sorry, y'all. I keep trying to get comfortable in this chair. Anyway, also, low-key, I think that Porsha, damn it. Okay, that's the last time I kicked my ring light. Okay. All right, I got it. I think that Porsha is feeding information to LaToya, and that's how LaToya knew. This is the last time, y'all. That's how LaToya knew that Falynn was on her way out. That's how LaToya knew that her man kicked her off the private plane. I kept thinking, why does LaToya know so much about Falynn's business? I think it was Porsha. I really think it was Porsha. And I think that's probably why Simon's so mad at Falynn, because probably Porsha befriended her. And we saw what happened, the Bolo thing, the way Portia's that friend that's just like, yo, did everybody have a chance with Bella? You know, she's that friend that encourages you to make bad decisions. She is. Not just encourages you, but she puts like a lot of peer pressure on you to do it. I think she was the one that was feeding information, okay? But anyway, let's move on. Also, in other news, did Porsha, you know that Megan is don't be mad, ho, chase a bag, ho. Did Porsha just accidentally fumble a bag by actually stealing Falynn's bag? Now, remember I said they did not expect this level of like uproar, right? Porsha, I think, thought everybody would be like, oh my God, love and light. This shit just doesn't happen, sis, when you steal somebody's man. It just doesn't happen, right? And the thing is, it's not the fact you stole the man, because shit like that happens. It's the fact that you were in somebody's house. Now, I know people are just like, don't ever have a woman in your house. It's your fault. But what type of lives do y'all lead? So there's never a woman. So even that means y'all don't go to work events. You don't go to office parties. You don't go to people's birthday dinners. Like, you never have any interaction where your man is never around anybody of the opposite sex. And even if you think you're not, he goes to the store, right? He goes to work, right? Do you have him chained up in the basement? Because I'm pretty sure they're around the opposite sex. It's the point of the griminess that somebody was in your house, smiling in your face, hanging out with you at the club, and the whole time on the phone with your man. Like, you know, she was probably texting like, Dennis is so crazy. And Falynn was like, but Dennis is right there. Who are you texting? Oh, yeah, this is a game we play, you know. I saved Dennis in my phone as Simon. You know, that's his code name. But anyway, go on, girl. What were you saying? That's really what's going on. Now, when I talk about fumbling the bags, right? Apparently, Porsha had an activism series in the works where it was going to be a 3-part thing where it chronicled her activism. But she actually scrapped that. And everybody was like, why would she do that? But now I see why. In her mind, she was never a real activist in my mind, right? And she was playing a role. But it's a role that required her to change a lot about what she liked to do. She likes to drink Henny. She likes to twerk. She likes to have fun. No shade. But in most people's mind, it doesn't gel with serious politician. Even Kim Kardashian cleaned it up so she could look more serious. You know, I mean, still herself, but more serious. Porsha doesn't even want to do that. She scrapped the activism show because she's like, wait, I can still get my 3-part show. I can still have fun. But instead of me pretending to be an activist, I can be myself. Let's have another Porsha's baby. If they name that thing Porsha's having a baby part 2 or Reloaded, or Porsha's getting married Reloaded, I will crack up. You know, Bravo probably won't have that shape, but I would crack up. Anyway, she 86'd that. She now wanted something where she thought she could be herself. However, there was a Watch What Happened live poll where they talked about like, yo, what's going on with Porsha? No, sorry, it was on the web. About, do you think, do you want to see Porsha or Old Lady Gang? And they said Porsha 0, Old Lady Gang like 100. Porsha has been getting a lot of backlash. A lot of people have been coming out and being like, yo, that's not cool. Even you guys heard Tammy Roman spoke on it and was like, yeah, you know, men are going to cheat, but the real disrespect was you coming in that girl's house and fronting, you know? Maybe you got, and again, I don't understand. Maybe you're not real friends, but that doesn't matter. If I invite you into my house, my man, my children, my money, and all my property that you see are off limits. Like, they're off limits, you know? It's an unspoken thing that I thought more people shared, but maybe I gotta start asking people, excuse me, you know, but again, they'll lie to your face, because I'm sure Porsha would have been like, no, I love Dennis. You know, Falynn probably found Portia's number a few times in his phone. And when she confronted her, she was like, girl, I just be asking him about Simon. Simon stresses me off and it stresses me out. And I just wanted a man's point of view. I don't even want to think about the levels of treachery that she went through. But if you guys watch my intuitive tarot reading, yo, she's in for a wild ride. There's another video with the tarot reading if you guys are into intuitive tarot. I do tarot, by the way. And if you're watching this, y'all, like, subscribe, comment. I would love to know what you think. Any other trending topics, let me know in the comments. I'll chase down a lead, or DM me on Twitter. I'm always down to chase down a lead, okay? Anyway, yeah, Porsha. The show hasn't been greenlit. Bravo's probably waiting for all the fuss to die down, but Porsha's not stupid, or at least I hope she's not, because part of the reason why Simon's with you is because he wants that notoriety. And if you can't deliver that notoriety, I know for the guy working at 7-Eleven, maybe getting you a ring for $50,000, he'd be like, well, I already invested too much, I'm not going. But Simon is a multi-millionaire. He comes from a wealthy Nigerian oil company. He is successful on his own. He will think nothing of leaving Porsha where she stands. Whether or not she is with child remains to be seen. I know she posted an Instagram with that red outfit. I still think she is. But anyway, I'm tired of talking about this. Kandi got her revenge. Kudos to her. Porsha, you better hurry up and get that shit right, because you're already on the outs with half the women of the world and 25% of the men, right? And that percentage goes up the higher you go. Dennis cannot take you back after this. I hope you're not with a child, and if you are, you better hurry up and get that fame back so you can secure the bag, because you've sacrificed so much. You did a Hail Mary, but that's one thing about Hail Marys. They need to go in the hoop. All right,